The glasses guy and Explosion Head are opposites. He's like a scared bunny, always jittery, still nervous at the base. When he talks, it's disjointed and repetitive, like being stuck in a loop. Dad's disaster chasing him. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Just when it seemed about to blow up, a voice swooped in like a superhero to save the day. The newcomer, the base leader, was stunning. Even the little rookie shooter couldn't resist glances. The commander's eyes were glued to her like she was a magnet. Within just a few words, everyone was putty in her hands. And then boom, she magically pulls out a whisk. She led the commander to a room and introduced herself as the capitalist's little helper. Jessica spotted the true face of capitalism ages ago. She's been plotting her escape route while she plays the boss at the base. Behind the scenes, she's been raking in the dough with some shady deals. With Non-B overboarding them, she hopes to join the commander to return to Earth using the Federation's power. She's willing to guide the commander to Non-BS headquarters for peace talks. This place is full of deadly robots. Without her, he'd be lost. Now that sounds like a sweet deal, but little does he know the Federation's got no love for the commander. While they can't get Jessica back to Earth, at least the commander can promise her a ride to Federation territory, because who knows what next in this chaos. Jessica agreed instantly. He'll seem better than staying. The shooter found many nukes and planned to sneak them out unnoticed. Now they were all abandoned orphans, and yet they had to engage in mutual slaughter in this harsh environment. It's truly downright absurd. Jessica suggested the underground route connected yet as complex as a maze, impossible to navigate without a local guide. It's super safe here. The biggest enemies they ran into were just mice. Talk about anticlimactic. With curses from the glasses man and laughter from the Afro-haired one, they reached headquarters to find it empty, the blood on the floor telling a sad tale. The glasses guy lost it first, while the commander started searching around and spotted the communication satellites, wondering if he could actually reach Earth or any backup. He wanted to use satellites to contact, but found all gear locked up. What a letdown. Just then, a laughing goofball barged in, treating the place like it was his new hangout. He easily climbed onto a workstation, linked up, and swiftly started data transfer. Seriously, so annoying. When the Joker finally left, the glasses guy popped out from his hiding spot, but before he knew it, that Joker swung back and targeted him. The shooter quickly threw up his identifier, trying to shield the glasses guy, but the Joker stood there way too long, and then just turned and walked off. Phew. The glasses guy went wild, shooting, flooded with fear. Clearly the identifier was kaput. Now everyone here was on the hit list, and the commander urged him to fall back quickly, zipping to the work table to check out the gear. He pulled out the damaged Joker chip and successfully booted the computer. Sure enough, the upgraded model of the laughing goofball popped up on the screen. In a super urgent moment, the commander ignored the call and rescanned the boy's chip, only to find he was a laughing goofball Model 3. What on earth is this? He tried to do a manual search, but got nothing. As he dodged the boy's attacks, the commander sprinted toward the tunnel like a cartoon character escaping a giant boulder. Soon he ran into the waiting shooter. Together, they dove into the tunnel and hastily slammed the door shut, but looking at those blurs, the door wasn't going to. They had exhausted all their safe havens, but right now, they had bigger fish to fry, concerns that mattered for their future. The mood was tense like a game, and everyone feared the worst. Explosion Head shouted, "I suspect you're a robot." Because his rambling talks were always so disorganized and repetitive, the glasses guy was at a loss for words, clutching his weapon and bolting down the tunnel like a scared bunny. He felt the stares of judgment, unable to fight back, clutching his weapon tighter, thinking to himself, "I can't die here." But Explosion Head had a quicker finger and poked him right in the chest. He was convinced the glasses guy was a robot since he hadn't touched the whiskey Jessica gave him. Jessica immediately aimed her gun at Explosion Head, thinking, by my logic, he's the one who's suspicious here. Seeing Explosion Head's honesty made it hard for Jessica to pull the trigger. The commander tried calling the lieutenant again, but this time there was no signal. for accidentally shooting a teammate. He was indifferent, whispering it was just a slip, then turned to chat with the shooter as if he'd forgotten. He was trying to rebuild his reputation with non-Betos. They were getting ready to follow the commander to safety and the Federation journey was smooth. They soon returned to base. The commander asked the lieutenant to greet them, but he cited poor signal, so they came down alone. The commander, with 2 non-B members in tow, was dead serious about it being unsafe to rush down, but no matter what, the lieutenant kept repeating, "Bad signal, come down," ignoring loud commander's orders. Anyone could see something was off with the base now. The commander tried to pass a secret message and finally confirmed the base was utterly. As the base doors opened slowly, countless boy bots emerged, each with a teddy bear, like an army of fuzzy toys invading. They shuffled closer, fighting and retreating, but no matter how many they took down, more robots kept rushing in endlessly. Suddenly, the monstrous tree fell, and the sneaky Joker joined in. Everyone frantically intensified their attacks, feeling homeless. Failure was inevitable. They clung on by a thread until robots lay dead and wounded everywhere, and their ammo dwindled rapidly. The commander ordered the shooter to hurl nukes, knowing he ignored it, still stashed some away. The shooter came clean, double-checked everything, and launched it like a crazy rock star. The explosive boom obliterated everything, wiping out the bots completely. The 4 fell unconscious excessively. At dawn, the surroundings were in ruins. They lost their last refuge, and Explosion Head kept calling for help. Shooter sprinted over but was tightly squeezed by Explosion Head, making it comical. The situation was both awkward and hilarious. After being tossed away like a rag doll, he was knocked out cold, as if the emotions of humanity had ceased. At last, Explosion Head showed his true colors. These bots aimed at NEP initially, but now target all humans, a true tragedy for mankind. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling adventures and hilarious moments. See you next time.